Hey, Mariah.
Hey, Monique.
How are you doing today?
Well, I'm feeling like I'm a little bit in the hot seat.
That's because you're going to be.
Well, I'm actually kind of excited. I think that that's been a big year, a lot to talk about.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm ready to share a little bit more about myself.
Good. I think it's really great that we do this from time to time. We expose our listeners to what we put our mastermind participants through every month, which is the hot seat, where we talk about your challenges, what you're learning, what you need help with. And so, are you ready to be in the hot seat?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Welcome to Heart and Soul, the podcast where we empower and inspire women to lead their best lives, harnessing the power of their hearts and souls. We are Mariah
And Monique,
your hosts and guides on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth.
In each episode, we will dive deep into topics that matter most to you, from self-love and confidence to career development, relationships, and everything in between. We believe that every woman has a unique strength and inner wisdom waiting to be unleashed.
Join us as we cover insightful heart and soul-centered topics and interview incredible women who've overcome challenges, chased their dreams, and found their true purpose. Through all of this, you will discover practical tips, strategies, and real-life stories to help you navigate life's twists and turns.
For whatever season of life you're in, this podcast is your safe space to explore, learn, grow, and possibly even laugh and cry with us. So grab your headphones, maybe your favorite drink, and we'll embark on this transformative journey together.
With Heart, I'm Mariah.
And with Soul, I'm Monique. So today, in the Heart and Soul podcast, it's all about the most beautiful girl in the world, Mariah.
Oh my gosh.
She is going to sit in the hot seat and she's going to talk about what things have been challenges for her, what things have been wins, what just basically is front and center, on her back, on her mind, all of the things, so that we can kind of pick it apart and we can learn and grow and laugh and cry and whatever the spirit moves, we're going to move.
Oh, wow. I didn't plan on crying, but I mean, I guess you never know.
You don't.
Whatever happens, happens.
So first and foremost, we'd like you to just share with us what's been going on with you, because you have had a year and it's good for all of us to just... You're coming up on a landmark, in fact, an anniversary. So can you share with us what's going on?
Sure. So at the time of this recording, I'm about to celebrate 1 year of my business, Josephine's Bridal. This is the latest in my businesses. We opened in November of 2024. And I pursued this business because it was just a conviction and a dream. And more than anything else I've done, it just came together with the most ease and perfection and has continued that way for the past year.
Wow.
Which just feels so good. It's like one of the things I'm just most sure about, or that I've never been so sure about something as I am about doing this, this business.
That's a lot, because you've done a lot of things.
I know. And I love so many loves and so many interests, but it's the cross section of many, many things that I enjoy, from creativity, aesthetics, fashion, working with people, the psychology of working with brides, sales, just human dynamics. They're just like all of it's happening in the microcosm of that store. And also in just a containment that I was really ready for. And when I say that, I mean like I don't need to think about where I'm going to be 18 months from now when I think about the store. Because I'm not committing to be at someone's wedding day that they're booking me. I'm like, well, and see you next, like I'll be there Saturday and we'll do these appointments and whatever will happen. And then we'll move on to Sunday. Like it's kind of a one day at a time. You know, there's the business side of forecasting and ordering all of that, but I totally enjoy. But I just am enjoying the freedom and flexibility that this has brought
1 week at a
into
time.
my schedule 1 week at a time. And
yes,
and it's not solely dependent on me being there. I'm there a lot and I love it. Like I hope that you come to pick out your wedding dress and I can be there and fit you and be part of it. But if I'm not, it's still set up to be incredible. Like all of the stylists that are on the team, the shop itself, the experience, the collection of gowns, like all of that survives with or without me. And I really needed that to be true too, because I have been the center of a lot of things for a long time.
When you were talking about like the week at a time thing, I was like, yeah, because in the industry, in the wedding industry, you're planning something probably a year out or longer. So for you to have like a short runway has got to be so refreshing compared to such a long time frame.
It was a change up that I desperately needed.
Yeah. And
this has just been a great way to apply so many things that I learned over the years as a wedding planner to something different. Yes. I find myself when I'm with the brides in the fitting room, like I've been there with them on the wedding day for years, zipping them. I mean, often, yes, the photo shows that mom zipped them into the dress, but let's be honest, it was me. Like I was really the one that buttoned all the pearl buttons
because the moms were getting ready.
Yeah, and we're, maybe we staged the photo, but like I'm actually fixing the zipper, like, so I've just been in there, like I've been in those moments that like how a bride feels putting on her wedding gown, the accessories, all the pieces that you need. I could just know it inherently. So now like when I'm with the bride in the fitting room, like I just feel really connected to that experience and that I can share with them about that. And I also am just so in tune to reading emotions because again, I'm with people on their wedding day. There's so many emotions happening throughout the whole party, families, and I have to read them and react to them and kind of move them positively through the day. And it's the same thing in a bridal appointment. Like I have to be able to sense like, how's the bride really feeling this dress? Yes. Is she saying how she really feels? Is she people pleasing? How are the people on the couch reacting? What are their prerogatives? Like I have to read the room so closely and keep in touch with like, what is my bride feeling? Like what's happening here? Yes. What's really going on here? Because ultimately I just want her to say yes to the dress if it's her right dress. Like we are a very low pressure sales environment. It's either right or it isn't. That's what matters most. And what I've realized over the last year, I set out to provide an incredible experience. That was like first and foremost. The shop is beautiful, welcoming, warm. I mean, just being in there, everyone loves it.
Yes.
And what I know I can control is that 100% of the time they're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Like
regardless
there's
if they're
no
going to buy
question.
or not.
I mean, in a whole year, like that's the prevailing sentiment is like, my God, I just loved being here. I loved being in this place and with these people. Now, there are trillions of wedding dress options out there. Let me tell you, I have to go to market and buy them. I'm not going to have everyone's dress.
Right.
That's okay.
Right.
I don't need to have everyone's dress. But I know for certain that they're going to have a great time and they're going to make memories together. And so that's just felt really grounding. And I'm not trying to have everyone's dress. That's okay. But if I happen to have it and we can celebrate together, like that's wonderful. I hope that, I've created a collection that is just appealing to my clients. But yeah, so that's like kind of what I thought I was starting out to do was what I was doing. Yes. And it's been proven now with the year's experience. So that's just been such a joy working alongside my kids. They've just been thriving and coming out of, like into their own and learning some sales and learning how to read the room. And it's just been really cool to see that alongside them, develop that work ethic. I mean, it's actually a really physical job.
I imagine.
But I like that about it too, because so was wedding planning. My God, like some of the physical feats that I have done over the years. But I like to be moving, and it really is like you're carrying the dresses, you're on your feet, you're people in and out of the gowns. It's very physical. So it does require a stamina. You got to be in it. And my arms are getting buff. So I'm not sad about that.
But you are working out too.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's all working together. So it's really good. And so as I just started rounding out through the first year, I think I just had more clarity around like, why is this really working for me? It's what I thought. Life is showing that it is what I hoped it would be. And now where do I want to go with it? Like then my entrepreneur, like just business side has really flared to be like, how good am I willing to let this get?
Oh my gosh, I love this.
That's the phase that I'm in right now.
Yes.
How good. And so that's really exciting because I just see that like the appointment runways are short, but the business runway is long. In fact, one of my daughters looked at me the other day and was like, don't you wish you'd started this 15 years ago? And I was like, damn it. Nope, that wasn't the journey. It was supposed to happen now. Here and now, I'm ready for it. I don't think it would have been in the right headspace.
Your wisdom compounded to get you to where you are so that you could create such an experience. And if I can just pause for a second and just say, from the moment you walk into the store, it is a sensory sensation. I mean, it is the right coloring, the right mood, the right feel, the right look, the right music, the right staff. All of it is such a beautiful, positive experience. If I never get married, I kind of like would want to be like, I just want to go there for the experience because and to see and be in the space is another thing. It's so beautiful and just so feminine and wonderful. So anyone who's like, I don't know, Duluth is like 2.5 hours away, make the trip. Totally worth it. I just want to put that out there because
thank you.
Yeah, I really think you've done a fantastic job of creating a safe environment for women to feel seen, loved, heard, whether they purchase or not.
Yeah.
Whether they're getting married or not. Maybe they're going to be a mother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Because I think now you have dresses for...
We have dresses for moms now too.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we really, like, our goal is to treat everyone the same, whether they buy a dress or not. And I think, you know, I feel that we do that. And I like the groups don't want to leave. It's really kind of entertaining. Actually,
cute.
I've seen the coolest family moments happen. I had a group recently that they had a baby and a little girl, and the bride did say yes, which was really exciting. And there was 2 grandmas and both moms. Like, it was a big group. We do take pretty good sized groups. They hung out for 45 minutes after the appointment wrapped, just enjoying each other. Like, I was no way going to break that up.
No kidding.
Because it was precious. This
So
was just
sweet.
like really valuable family time where they have both sides of this bride's, you know, family, future family, generations. You know, we've got 3-4 generations there. And they were just hanging out. It's so comfortable. And I just said, hey guys, I'm in no rush. I'm just going to keep doing my work and you're welcome to hang out. And it was just, it was
very generous of you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I am happy to be able to have that kind of hospitality. I went into very early in opening the store. I happened to read the book Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Guidara. And like, it was just speaking to how I've always believed hospitality should be. Like, it was just sort of innately like, yes, this, but it put words to it and like a framework that was really useful. And so I operate under that, like whatever we can do to make it special is what we do. And one day I was there dipping a girl into a dress. This is just kind of tangentially back, you know, into like the broader what's coming up for me
you're
right
kind of
now.
like, hey, I'm doing this thing and it's going well, but then, oh wait, there's more.
Well, I had this moment of like, wait a minute. I am literally living out my real life, like childhood fantasy of playing Barbie dolls.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm like putting the girls in the wedding dresses like I would put my Barbies in their wedding dresses or their gowns.
I love this.
And I just like everything like flashed through my head in this loop of everything I've done in my life. And I was like, oh my God, it all makes sense. Like it's all in perfect order. You know, it was just really powerful. And then I looked around in the space and I thought about the building that the store is in, which houses all of my businesses. And I like looked at, I think my mom was there that day. And I'm like, this is my goddamn Barbie dream house. And I even have a little red Corvette, just like Barbie.
You too. Oh my gosh.
I was just like, oh my God, I've never, like, it's everything I ever wanted for my Barbie dolls. And then I just thought a lot about like what you play with and where your play is like truly where your soul is and where you're meant to be. So I even just thinking about my own kids and like, what did they play with and what are their passions like when they were little and how will that play out in their lives and how we don't let ourselves play we end that play at some point, right? Like but it's the play that is actually where you should be living.
Yes.
So if you can tap into that or think about like, what did I love playing with? Like, what are those influences from early days when you weren't censored and you were just playing? And what's missing in your life today from that period? How does that land? And it's just been a really interesting reflection. Like I have had this over time, sort of connecting some dots of like, oh, that job now makes sense because I had that job before. And now, of course, like, you know, I can draw really like a good line through everything. But this was just this like, whoa.
Aha
There's
moment.
something that's like really crystallizing around what I'm doing right now. And I could do this for a long time because it is that zone of genius. Right?
I love this for you.
It's going to that like, oh, I should figure out how to stop doing other things because this is what I should be doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't heard you talk about a business like this ever.
Yeah, I don't know that I've felt that way. Like I have felt that for whatever reason I was compelled to do it and I was good at it. I was operating in my zone of competency or my zone of excellence.
Yes.
Excellence for sure. I always put out an excellent product. I love the creativity of everything I've done. I mean, the business side, the strategy, all of that. But this is like the perfect cross-section of all of those things in something that feels like I could sustainably do it.
Wow. So if we think about, or we like maybe marinate on this like concept of play with work, right?
Yeah.
And really leaning into that for each of us. You posed a question like, what is it that you did as a child before you had society kind of like telling you what you should or shouldn't do that like just brought you sheer joy out of the fact of like you just loved it? How can you incorporate that play into your life? I think that's you just kind of brushed through that, but I wanted to bring it back and highlight it because I feel like there's so many people maybe struggling with, what do I actually want to do? I'm sick of this. I don't want to do this. There's so many things I don't like, but what is it I actually like? If you could come back to this and just sit with that maybe for a little bit.
And were you allowed to play? If you weren't allowed to play, then what?
Mm-hmm.
What is there a repression there that you need to play?
Yes.
So that you can even figure out what you would choose if you had the opportunity. I feel fortunate. I feel like my kids played a lot. They went to a Montessori school where play was a really big part of their education. They were little, and I feel confident about that. But I know a lot of kids don't.
Yes.
They don't get to play.
Right. Right.
Or in our particular society, we cut that off like much earlier. Some
Gotta get
other
jobs,
cultures
whatever
like
the thing
really
is. Right.
lean in further to that. So yeah, I think I'm really thinking about that too in terms of adult play and it's joy, right? That's circling back to like this concept of like follow your joy, what brings you joy. Well, that's really related to play. Funny fact, I still have all those Barbies.
Oh my gosh, you do?
Oh yeah. My parents kept everything that they could, hauled it all over creation, and then I gave them to my kids.
Aww.
And when they were little, I rebuilt the entire collection of like the furniture and the cars and from garage sales. This was my, pride and joy as a mother was like, I was like, oh, I'm making sure we find that 1970s Barbie house
oh
like
my
I
gosh,
had.
this is awesome.
And now it all lives in my attic. So I still have it all.
Grandchildren.
Oh and if I pulled that stuff out, I'd disappear into that for hours.
Wow.
Yeah. And dressing up those Barbies.
Barbies were my favorite too. I love them.
I don't think that's uncommon for young girls. When that movie came out last year, not that long ago, I mean, that was really pivotal. I think it spoke so much to like the feminist side of it and how we can lean into that. Yeah, there's just something about that if whatever it was that is your thing that you were into, or parts of stories that you played out with your Barbies, or what how's that landing? I'm curious what other people are
I'm curious
experiencing
too,
with that.
actually. So you've had this year now under your belt, and you started it as, I want to do this thing because it's kind of like something that wouldn't go away. It was a persistent dream. I have this space. It's beautiful. I loved it. And then you've been compounding and learning, and now you're having more offerings, mother dresses. Where do you see what's coming up next for you?
So for me, when I started it, I didn't really know the business of bridal very well.
Right.
And so it's been a drinking through a fire hose to learn it
Yes.
with my team. And kind of just like figuring out what are the levers to pull within bridal and learn the business side of it. So I hired a coach, which I think I would recommend anyone do,
Yes.
right? I was like, I had to
Yes.
take my own advice here.
Yes.
Who's somebody who's an expert in the bridal world. And so that's been really powerful. And I'm
Great.
excited to just continue to have that mentorship. And I've been in the manager seat by myself here for a couple of months. And that's been really helpful to kind of truly like master. I'm working on mastery right now.
Oh, I love this.
I know you
yes.
love that word. So
yes, I do.
I've been really working on like, okay, do I know how to do everything? Have I had my touch, my personal touch on everything?
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? So that then if I hand to someone, whoever I hand it over to
Yes.
next on say management or team, I can train them
Yes.
because I have mastered it.
Yes.
So that's really where I'm at right now, which is, still really formative. But I just see so many ways that the brand can grow.
Okay.
Can elevate. I can't necessarily articulate them here, but
Yes.
I have lots
But you
of,
do, you see the
I see
inklings
lots
of a vision.
ideas and ways that we can grow. I mean, and just plain from capacity, we have the capacity to do more. So that feels really exciting. I think in my other businesses, capacity has always been a struggle because there's only so many wedding dates
Yes.
in a very strict time period. Like there's
and venues.
and then that
yeah,
number of
right.
people and like the physical strain of those businesses has just always been a battle that we've been up against. But here's like, how many dressing rooms could I have going at one time? And I'm like, I'll just get more dressing rooms. Like I'll just expand it feels like an easier problem to solve for
Right.
some reason. But that might just, again, the alignment of it is doesn't feel hard to solve. So that's exciting. And in the next year, it's like continuing to cement the collection of gowns, the designers that we're working with. I mean, even something like, it's right when you literally manifest a dream, like with little to no effort.
Right.
And what I'm talking about here is,
Yes, please.
there's this designer she's a recurring character over the years on Say Yes to the Dress, everybody's favorite wedding dress show. Randy Finoli, of course, is the main guy, but Hayley Paige, just like incredible designer. Loved watching her, always loved her dresses. And then I remembered, actually before I had the store and it was a distant dream, I had said one day to my team, like, someday I'm going to have a bridal shop and it's going to be across the street in that window and we're going to have Hayley Paige dresses. This was like back in 2018.
Where you were across the street.
Yeah, when I
from
previously was across the street. And then Hayley went through her own kind of crazy experience. She lost the rights to use her name as the name of her wedding dress brand through,
what a weird
it's a
thing.
whole story.
Right.
Amazing story. Look it up, seriously. But she battled for 4 years plus to get her name back and get the rights to use her name back. And she went all the way to the Supreme Court.
Wow.
And that happened like right as I was getting ready to open the store.
Oh, wow.
Because in the beginning of that, I was like, well, it's really sad. I'm not going to be able to have Hayley Paige. She can't work right now in bridal. And then she got her name back. And then she started launching her line, or she was like coming out of the woodwork. Like it was clear she was going to be having a line. And I'm like, I have that store with that window. The only missing piece is the dresses.
But of course, she's too big of a designer is probably what you were thinking.
Duluth, Minnesota? Seriously?
She's
right?
not gonna.
It's going to happen? But I shot my shot. I wrote an email to her team and I was like, hey, I think I'm the best place for Hayley's dresses in Minnesota. I'm like, bring it on. I want this. They said yes.
Oh my gosh.
They said yes. These dresses are arriving imminently. Actually, imminently.
I can't even wait to see them.
And I got to go to Florida and meet Hayley.
What?
And be there for the launch and bring my mom
Girl
and take
crush?
pictures with her and talk to her. And she told me my social media was great. And like,
wow.
what?
Wow.
Like, I'm just standing there going, how
another
did this all
moment.
happen?
Yes.
But it did because it was right. It was aligned. It wasn't hard. It didn't have to be hard. There's been no friction. Yeah. Like this is real. Yeah. I don't know. Like it's real.
And the
Manifesting
crazy
is real.
thing is, you did say that, you did set that intention, but you just set it down. You said it like hopes
when it's meant to
hopes
be.
and dreams.
Yeah.
And then hopes and dreams within a year.
Yeah. Like
wow.
That all started aligning. It's
beautiful.
It's really cool. So I'm going to keep going and working on what this can be. And, you know, I got to pay for college for 2 kids coming up. So
Mama's got some work to do.
I have some big hopes and dreams to fulfill. That is largely on my mind right now. And that kind of like, that just leads me into this other season of life that I'm in, which is what I'm calling the open door phase. And I did not coin that term.
Oh.
That is Gretchen Rubin. She's written many books, podcasts. She coined that term because she also has gone through this. So empty nesting is
it's a thing.
Commonly referred to. But that sounds negative to me. I don't know. I was saying it and I was like, I'm about to be an empty nester.
And you were feeling bad.
And then I was just like, is that what it is? Because I'm not like feeling that way.
It doesn't feel empty.
No,
it's very
full. That's exactly it. I was like,
full.
This nest is full. There's still 2 needy dogs and a husband and a house, like 40 employees. Like I got a full nest. So I heard her on a podcast or on Instagram or something talking about how she was recoining it as the open door period of life. And I love that. Oh, I'm loving this. Like,
yes.
Our door is open. Kids are coming and going. They're off to pursue their dreams.
Yep. They're not quite on their own yet.
Yeah, they still need us.
Yes.
But also the door's opening to new opportunities for me, for my husband. I don't know. It's nothing but time and opportunity, and it's going to be
good stuff.
I feel excited. I feel like I've succeeded in a role of like getting my kids to this point where they're adults now and they're going to go off on their own journeys, and somehow I'm still going to pay for it, but that's okay. I've set myself up for that. But I don't know. I'm like so excited for them. And so we're just, finalizing college plans and things like that. But
it's a big deal. And your girls are fantastic human beings. You guys have done such a good job.
They're pretty cool. And I'm going to be super sad when they're both in school and nobody's working with me in the store, but they'll always know they have a place to come back to.
Yes.
That's clear. And they'll be there for strategizing with me. I mean, they've just like really shared in this chapter of the work too. I didn't really touch on that, but they were part of the founding of it. It's like named after them.
Yes.
There's so many pieces of them in the business. Yes. Little pictures of them from when they used to dress up in wedding dresses. So like, I just feel like they're gonna be with me, and I can call them up and be like, oh my God, I sold Alex 4 times today. Like that's never happened, but they'll know exactly what dress I'm talking about. And when they come home for breaks or whatever, like they're going to be in this with me, whether they're here or not. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. So going into that phase, and then my husband and I realizing like, we're really grateful that we haven't let our relationship atrophy to the point that we look up and are like, who are you? Hey, stranger, right? Like it isn't there, but also there's opportunity for us to reinvest in ourselves. We just hit 20 years anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
And we're going, okay, what does the next 20 look like? Because we're not going to have the kids to kind of put our energy into.
Yes.
And like,
distract you.
I'm like, don't be putting all that energy into me. Like,
don't be trying to manage me.
Maybe a little bit, but let's be honest, I'm pretty independent. So like, what do we put it into?
Right.
And so we've been having really great conversations about like, okay, like for the next 5 years, this is kind of going to be our focus. And then, it's healthy time to reevaluate.
Yes.
And to look at it as open doors and opportunity versus loss, or that like something's ending, or what have I wasted my day, like what's left of me because I put all my time into this, and then I wake up and I don't even know who I am. I'm not feeling that way, which I hope, this is a lesson to work at that the whole time. And, also thankful I didn't raise kids who feel like I abandoned them, because I worked on that too. But and it's a whole complex thing. But
motherhood is complex.
It is. It's
yes, it's a thing. You always feel like you're not doing enough when you usually are doing more than enough.
Right. Exactly. yeah, so we've been doing the work and putting the time in now so that when we do realize it's just the two of us and the dogs, we don't drive each other completely nuts.
Well, luckily you picked a good partner. He's great.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
I like him.
He's great. So that's been coming up. And I think kind of just rounding it all out, I've been doing a lot of work in learning more about manifesting and found this kind of new sort of style of meditation, which I really like, called Deep Imaginings. It's through the To Be Magnetic group. There's the To Be Magnetic podcast, which is amazing. And it goes to a topic that we have covered in a previous podcast of worth and like really that fundamental like attachment to your own worth and value. Like everything stems from that.
Yes.
And how we tear that down through the stories we tell ourselves and the adverse memories that block us in like getting past that and like opening up our true essence and like what is our true soul's purpose. Like everybody is put on this planet and you have a soul's purpose.
Agreed.
And from the minute you're born, you just start covering that up, right? Like
yes.
Everything's trying to get in the way of that. And how can you peel back the layers to just truly understand what that is? And so that's been really interesting and brought up some just like interesting anecdotal things for myself. And one of them that I thought about was I really love ending things. And that's a funny thing to say, but I absolutely love ends.
Interesting.
And I've narrowed it or I've like evaluated it to like I love throwing a shampoo bottle out.
Oh.
Like hitting pan and like makeup, like tossing that in the trash, like start over. It drives me nuts. I'll be like, we have all the shampoo in the shower, and then my kid's like, I got some more shampoo, and I'm like, what? We need to end this one first. Like
we can't have more than one.
The satisfaction of just like finishing it and completion.
Yes.
Like I'm a completer. That's been obviously very valuable for me in my career because there is an end date. It's a marriage. It's a wedding day.
Yes.
We need to get to that date, drive to it, complete it, tie it in a bow, and move on. Right? Like there's just like really a lot of clarity there. So I also don't mind starting things. I have to start them to end them. So
of course.
They have to go together, right?
It's cyclical.
Yeah. However, I'm really uncomfortable without a beginning or an end.
Oh.
It's like
the vagueness of things doesn't work for you.
That's really hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they say on this To Be Magnetic program is the opposite is the medicine.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I heard this and I'm thinking about myself in the context of beginnings and endings. Yes. Like, I love the ending.
You kind of cringe from the beginning. So I have
to do the beginning, right? And I'm in this loop, right? And if I'm ending too many things, I'm going to burn out. And that's like the scale is like, how many endings am I involved in right now?
Oh.
Right? Like how many open loops do I have?
Yes.
We'll talk about that at work sometime. It's like, you got to go close some loops because how many, and like my tolerance for how many I can have open at any given time is definitely changing as I age.
Okay.
I mean, come on, how much can you do?
Yeah,
You're just tired in your body. Like,
you can only do so much.
You see your tolerance diminishing in just like how much I can do. And just like overload on that, and it leads to burnout and overwhelm.
Yes.
There's that we see this. This is an inevitable
we preach this
thing, right?
Yes.
But this middle period I became very curious about that. That the antidote to my burnout and overwhelm is the doing nothing.
And is it not?
And which is when we studied burnout, like rest.
Yes.
The one that always came up for me is rest.
Yes.
Like I did resonate with that. And there's many things that can support, going through the stress cycle and getting through burnout. But that true thing for me is the doing nothing. And I realized like there'll be times, often this is in the winter, when I'll throw myself on the couch and I will not move for hours on end.
Wow.
And the key to that being successful for me is that there can't be any expected end time of it.
Oh.
It's just like, well, when are you like when
are you gonna get up?
When are we having dinner?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Dinner?
I'm just gonna be here until I'm
done
being here.
Oh, I love this.
But I don't know when that's gonna be. It's just gonna happen. I'm just gonna get up and walk off. I'm just gonna move, right?
Yes.
And the discomfort of that, like when I talk about it, that makes me uncomfortable to think of doing that.
Okay.
But I have to force myself to do that if I'm coming up against that, like I'm crashing out, as my kids would say, having to crash out. I have to just go to ground and like literally, and I have to say to my family or whoever, I can't have anything expected of me until I tell you I'm ready.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how long, it could be 2 hours.
Right.
It could be 3 days. I don't really know what it's going to be.
But you know that you need nothing.
But I need nothing. Yes. I need no ending. Because if I see that starting to creep up on the calendar of like, this meeting starts and ends at this time. And
interesting.
So I thought, okay, how can I hack this into more of a daily thing versus I flash out, crash out, like, and you're
Mom
off the
radar,
get off
right?
The couch, or my husband has to call the team and be like, "She's not coming in today," because eventually it will catch up to that.
Yeah.
Like it will eventually end
get to that point.
Me laying on the floor crying. I've talked about that on the podcast before. So it's because it's spaciousness. We talk about this, creating that spaciousness. That's just like it can have very limited confines around it. And how do I do that? What does that look like?
So is this still a work in progress for you?
I haven't figured it out. I'm also really bad at like any sort of routine. I making that a routine thing.
Yeah.
Immediately ruins it.
Cringe.
Ruins it. I was like,
yes.
Oh, if every Monday no, because that's every Monday.
That can't commit.
Like, I need to not be committed. And I've been trying to articulate this. I've definitely been circling around this for a while.
Yeah.
And like trying to communicate this, but I hadn't been able to really pinpoint what it was until I heard that opposite is the medicine.
And that is pretty profound.
Yes.
I am curious. So you're in this business where beginnings are happening and endings, right? Like you're helping them begin so that, by buying their dress, that's the beginning kind of.
Yeah, I'm at all pieces of this process with ending on the wedding day.
But you're being asked for your medicine for helping you and your own self to sit in the in-between, which you're like, but my work is the beginning and the end. It's an interesting kind of like.
It's not simple.
Yeah. Thought experiment, I guess, kind of.
Maybe what I'm kind of liking about the bridal appointments too is that like while there is a beginning and an ending, it's a 90-minute appointment. They're going to come and then they're going to leave.
Yes.
Like I just try to put not expectation on what happens.
Yeah.
And I try really hard to like not look at the clock during the appointment. I know that's a thing in bridal shops is like
they set a timer.
minutes you are booted. And I'll see the people, they'll look at me and be like, are we out of time? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that to you. Like, she's not done. We'll figure it out. And as a team, we figure it out. We started an appointment in a different space. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But like, I just really feel contented in that. And just, there's a time frame, but we're not so rigid about it.
Yeah, there's a flow.
Yeah, the flow. And flow has been, part of my success on a wedding day too, going well. But it's an interesting study. And I want people to think about this and to just take this thing. The opposite is the medicine, right?
It's beautiful.
Because what if I was a person, and there are many out there, who doesn't like to start or end anything, but they thrive in the middle, right?
They just want to do or whatever.
Someone starts a project, they come in, excel, get out before it ends.
Yeah.
Like we need those people.
Thank God for them.
And so if that's you and you're burning out in the middle, you might need to start and end some things.
Right.
Right? You need to force yourself to put some endings into something in your life.
Yeah, that's really well said.
So just, or start something new because you're just caught in the burnout of the middle.
Yes.
Or wherever you are
finding
along
yourself.
That path or you're, whatever it is that you burn out on because it's what you're drawn to. You're good at it. The opposite is the medicine. Well, imagine I'm just walking down the street listening to this podcast and I heard that and I was like,
mind blown.
Wait a minute. So I really have been sharing that a lot with people.
I appreciate you sharing that with us.
I think it's very profound,
Mm-hmm.
and it's helping me. I don't know where it's going to go, what it's going to result in, but I'm going to try to do less. I'm going to try to have some of those time periods that I allow myself to do nothing.
I
kind of
love
like
that.
when I go to my mom and dad's house, that's what it looks like. Because my mom is very much like that middle person. She's like perfectly content to have no time frame for anything. She's just like,
wow.
I don't know. We're just going to sit here till we're done sitting here. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
it's lovely.
I want to embody that.
So I just show up at their house. They live on a lake. And I'm just like, well, we're going to sit here until we eat some food. And then we're going to do something else for a non-discriminate period of time. Like, yeah, I mean, that's probably why it's my medicine, right?
Right.
Like,
it's exactly what you need.
What I need.
Yes.
And so I've been really thinking about how do I just have more opportunity for that?
Yes. So. I love that, by the way. So bringing it back to, you've learned so much. This has opened you up to, wow, I'm living in my Barbie dream life. Wow, I have all of these like thought experience and things that have come up for you of having this business where you're just like, I just want to provide dresses for brides. And then you're just like, wait a second, it's a whole life shift, right? Yeah. And your life on top of that is shifting profoundly with your daughters and having this open door policy, lifestyle, I guess, coming up. So many things are changing. And also you're kind of getting inklings of where this business is taking you. Something we always ask people in the hot seat is there anything you need from us, from the listeners, from me, from the group?
Well, as someone as you have known me, when I am not thriving in this period, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 6 months ago, I was not thriving. Yeah. I just always appreciate like a good friend, a true friend can say, cut the bullshit. What's going on?
Oh gosh.
Right? But it's true. I've done it to you too.
You have. Yeah. Last year, breast cancer. And you're like, you're supposed to have surgery tomorrow and we're taping episodes? What?
Hold up. No. Yeah. But like, the people in your life, my husband, my family, my good friends, my kids, like, I just, just freaking tell me to stop. Like, and like, we're done here. Like, you need, no, you're not going to work. You're taking care of your life.
Right.
If I get there, I hope that I, begin to find more healthy ways of not ending up there. But when I do, like,
sometimes we do need, sometimes we do need people. Yeah. People are like, you might be off. I was off, right? I was anxious. I was not embodying what I teach. Yeah. And so you called me out. Same thing, right? Like we rely on each other. So I appreciate that ask.
Just like hold that accountability. Yes. That's all you can hope that the people that love you will help you hold your accountability, which is not always the easiest thing to do. Like that's really hard, but it is one of the most helpful things you can do for others too.
And someone pointed out to me. In a kind way. Yes, someone pointed out to me, you're not going to do that for someone that you don't care about. So while it's really difficult to do for people you love, it is the best gift you can give. Because you're the only ones who really know them well enough and are comfortable enough that they'll listen to. Yeah. So if you're like, I feel like when people, I should speak for myself. When I have really struggled with, well, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to say the thing. It's really a gift because no one else is going to be comfortable enough to me, like you, to say, Monique, I don't know if you thought this through. Yeah. Try
Hold
again.
Up.
Yeah. Right.
While you were talking, I just had like a drop in my head. And it was that what I want to manifest next, you already kind of know this, is my Malibu Barbie beach house. Except it's on Park Point.
I might be also manifesting the same.
Wait a minute. I got the Barbie Dreamhouse, which actually, okay, this is just like going a whole thing, but the OG Barbie Dreamhouse that I had was the 3 pieces of the A-frame, the orange and yellow A-frame from the 1970s.
Yes.
And my building is 3 pieces.
It totally is.
Yeah, sorry. I just realized that.
You just had a moment where you're like,
I had a moment, and then I had a drop in, and it was like, next up, the Malibu Barbie beach house.
Yes, girl, because we already talked. We're going to be neighbors.
I mean, let's just use this. I think it could be good for us.
I think so too.
Yes.
Let's keep
and we
living
both
your.
have our Kens.
Yeah,
so.
we do have our kids.
Totally.
We are going to keep living your Barbie dream life. I'm going to keep showing up in your shop so I can feel the Barbie dream life experience.
You're my
girls.
bestie.
I know. But girls, honestly, if anyone who's needing to find a wedding dress or a mother-in-law dress, dress.
Yeah, back on track with the business.
No, seriously. If you want to experience the Barbie Dreamhouse, it is that. I walked in there and I was like, I feel like I'm in a Tiffany's jewelry box. I mean, it's the blue. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Please check it out. And we don't know where this is taking us, but thank you for sharing and being comfortable and being willing to be in the hot seat. It's not always easy, but it is. I don't know of a better way to learn and to share and grow.
You got to say it out loud.
You do.
You got to say it out loud and you got to share it because then it can expand and grow and go places and connect you to, someone might listen to this and it changes things for them. And now I've expanded life for them. And then they, might reach out to me. I mean, there's just so much that can happen if you're vulnerable and share and say things out loud. So yeah, I'm a pretty open book.
Yeah. And thank you for being willing to be vulnerable and be open like that. If any of our listeners are wanting to connect with Mariah, we will put all of her information in our show notes. And if you're listening, please remember to follow us if you don't already. Like us. We love really fancy high star ratings.
5 stars.
5 stars. Is that
5
the high
stars?
one? Okay.
That's the preferred rating.
That's the preferred, not just
clear.
high. 5.
5.
We want all the stars.
Yeah.
And so please share this with a friend. And take Mariah's advice. And if you see someone who's struggling, or if you notice your loved one is hurting, talk to them. Have a heart to heart. Be open. Be vulnerable. It's helped me. You helped change me in the course and the direction in which I took. We've been there for each other in difficult times. We all go through it. But also, you've went through this while building an amazing business that's thriving and has changed you too.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Opposite is the medicine, people. I did not coin the term, but let that sit with you today. I leave you with one thing.
Thank you for being on, and thank you for listening.
Before we let you go, just wanted to say that we are in a season of recruiting for the next year of the Heart and Soul Mastermind. So if you're listening to this and you think to yourself, boy, those two are a lot of fun and their wisdom, I need more of it in my life,
Yes.
then you might want to consider applying to join us for 2026 Heart and Soul Mastermind. It's basically 12 months of either monthly meeting or summer one-on-one intensives with a group of like-minded women there to just take aligned action and support each other through whatever is coming up. Sitting in the hot seat, just like I did today.
Yeah.
Sharing personally, professionally, whatever it is that you need to work on. And unbelievable things happen when we get together in the room with that same kind of vulnerability that I brought to the table. So it's 5 spots.
Not many spots.
They fill quickly.
Yes.
The group forms itself. It's usually really sort of magnetic how it happens. And then we're closed for another year. So we just want to put it out there that if you are a podcast
it only happens
listener,
once a year. So,
and this year, something a little bit different is it's going to be virtual. So you don't have to be located in our area to participate. And I think that's exciting because maybe you're listening from elsewhere.
Yes.
And you think this could be for you. So we're going to have that virtual option. So if you're interested in maybe finding out more about the Heart and Soul podcast, go ahead, or Mastermind, go ahead and check us out on the heartandsoulmastermind.com. We recently did a little bit of a branding glow up. Can't wait to roll that out.
Looks so good.
And shoot us a message. Let us know you're interested and we'll set up time to chat. So it's going to be fun. We're going into our 5th year.
I can't even believe that. It's crazy. Yeah. But we'd love for you to join us. So yeah, please find us. And only 5 people, only 5 slots. So, this could be your year. We've had a lot of things happen. So, yeah.
Cheers, friends. You've just finished another episode of the Heart and Soul podcast. We hope that you've enjoyed the show. And if you've loved it, we would love if you'd leave us a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening. You can find links to leave that review in the show notes, where you'll also find other resources that we reference on our show. And if you think a friend could find value in today's episode or any future episodes, please share this episode with them on social media. This is one of the only ways the podcast can organically grow, and we just can't wait to connect with you and all of your besties. You can also find Monique and I on our many social media platforms or our websites, and we're going to leave links to those in the show notes as well. Thank you for listening. We look forward to sharing our hearts and souls with you again next time. With Heart, I'm Mariah.
And with Soul, I'm Monique.